Hey everybody, this week on Detailed, I'm going to show you how I decontaminate my filthy car. Hey everybody, welcome back to Detailed. If you watch my past few videos, I showed you how to wash a car, how to properly dry that vehicle. And now I want to talk about how you can decontaminate your vehicle just using a couple products. Now I've got my filthy car right here, and if you're anything like me, I have not washed this for 3 weeks just for you. So let's get this washed up. How today is going to be a little bit different is our main goal is to remove mineral contamination and iron contamination from the paint itself. And these minerals and iron contaminations gather on the vehicle through sodium chloride being slapped on the roads, or even your own brake dust can do it as far as getting iron particles on there. And generally in a car wash, what we're doing is removing that dirt and that heavy scum that's on the top layer, but we're not really removing that contamination. It takes a little bit more time and just some extra product, but today we'll show you how easy that is. Before I even decontaminate the vehicle, I have to wash it first. And if you want a refresher on how to wash it, you can check out one of my prior videos. I show how to wash a car properly. So we're going to be following those same steps going into this, so I'm going to get started. All washed up, we're ready to decontaminate this. And the way I kind of think of my contamination is almost like layers. So the first layer I want to take off is any mineral deposits that are sitting on top of the surface. And you might see these almost like water spots, those little milky spots. Those are minerals stuck in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this all around the vehicle, let it sit for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then go ahead and agitate it and rinse off. And this should help remove a big portion of that mineral layer to start with. You want to make sure you get a nice and even spray on every little piece of this. And the nice thing is it's safe on the glass, it's safe on the paint, so there's nowhere I would say that you can't spray it on. Have at it. I've let it sit for about 1 to 2 minutes. And now the next step that I'm going to do is agitate it. So I'm going to use my big blue sponge to agitate it. It's already got some eco wash in there. If you don't have a big blue sponge, they're available on our shop, but you can always use a microfiber towel too. That's more than acceptable. And we're not going to be scrubbing. I'm simply just gliding across the surface. I'm just trying to work that in there. I'm putting no pressure down, just enough to keep the sponge on the surface. I think my other recommendation, if you are doing a decontamination, I suggest doing it indoors with these type of products. They're just going to work a lot better for you, more efficiently than drying out in the sunlight as you're trying to work on them. We got the mineral contamination off, and now we're gonna go and aim to remove the iron contamination. And this iron buildup can come from many different things. It can come from your brakes, it can come from the road itself, or even somebody next to you could just slam on their brakes and you get a little bit of iron on the side. So what we're gonna do is spray our DeconX all over. Again, just like the Spotless, this is safe on all areas of the vehicle, and we've even made a video with DeconX as far as cleaning rims. So really great for removing brake dust in tight areas like your rims. So first we're gonna spray it onto the whole vehicle, let it sit for a little bit. I'm hoping that I'll be able to show you guys this reaction that happens when this comes into contact with ferrous metals. What it's gonna do is turn purple. So I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to show you guys that today. So let's go at it. I'm just gonna start spraying it down. We'll agitate it just like we did with Spotless, and then rinse it off, and it should be good to go. So as you can see in this area, you'll see some darker kind of blobbed up areas. And this right here is the reaction I was talking about earlier when DeconX gets into contact with different ferrous metals. I didn't think of ahead of time that it was going to be really hard to see this on blue. So to demonstrate it, I kind of got a little way to kind of fake it and show you what this reaction really looks like on, let's say, a white car. So I got my DeconX. I got a little steel wool here. I'm going to spray my DeconX into this steel wool. And as you can see, it's already dripping this purplish red kind of color. This is what you would see on like a white car with a bunch of iron contaminants. And iron contaminants, you might have seen them on your white car, those little orange dots, sometimes more around the wheelbase or even the back end where the exhaust is. Now, I don't suggest spraying DeconX into steel wool. It is a bit of a fire hazard. I can feel this warming up in my hands as I'm holding it. So I would not do this at home. This is purely just for demonstration to show you guys what this looks like on a normal vehicle. Now I'm gonna simply agitate it, not much different than what I did with Spotless. This time I'm using a microfiber towel. Again, this stuff is really stinky, so afterwards you might wanna wash this towel separately. Just a little tip from me to you. Again, no pressure. I'm gonna go in straight lines. This will help prevent any scratching, and if I do cause any scratching, straight line scratches don't stand out as much as like a circular or like a swirl scratch does. And like washing the vehicle, we want to work from top to bottom. That way we're not reintroducing too many contaminants back to already cleaner areas. Now that we got it all agitated, and even during the agitation process, I took some time to go ahead and agitate the DeconX on the rims to get some of that brake dust off, so you can kind of see that purplish tone right there again. If you want a more in-depth look at how to clean your rims, we do have a video for that. But let's get to rinsing. So all we gotta do is rinse this bad boy off. Well, it's all dried off and it's ready to go, and it's feeling good. Now, if you want any of these products, you can go to ownerspride.com or just look at the links below. We have them down there. If you liked this video, please give us a like. It helps out. And if you like that little subscribe button up there, it's itching for you to hit it please. It helps the channel out. We really appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna finish cleaning my interior. I'm sure you can imagine how bad that looks compared to my outside. So I'll catch you guys next week.